What is up, guys? It is Hobbs back, trying to catch up on all of my tag videos. And I'm doing the Dark Mothers of Horror tag by Kweeny Todd. Not quite for sure if that's the tag name, but that's what we're going to roll with right now. And if you've not checked out Kweeny Todd, you've definitely been missing out. She's amazing. She has a lot of good content she puts out. Cinebuts films are fantastic, and a very prominent member of the horror community. Should be well respected and should be getting a lot more views on her content than she's been getting. Criminally underrated on the views for what she's been putting out. Let's all go there and take a look, guys. So let's go with the first question. Her first question was, what makes a mother a dark figure in a horror film? What makes her the way that she is, essentially? I'll be honest with you, this one hits home with me. This may be a little too much information, but my mother also committed suicide before she was even 30 years old. And she loved horror movies just like me, but she was also very mentally ill. And I can relate to a lot of the characters that I see in some of these movies because my mother was very mentally ill. And sometimes people don't understand mental illness and the way that it controls you and the way that it controls your mind. And all you want to do is fight for a way out, and you can't get out sometimes. And you see that with mothers in real life, not just in horror films. Do they mean to be bad people? Maybe not. Do they have to be bad people? Not so much. Do they want to be bad people? Sometimes, of course they do. Sometimes you just got to know whether or not it's mental illness or not. Sometimes you can't determine. Sometimes it's too late. I hope that answers the question as to why some of the women in these films portray the characters that they do, because it relates to real life. Sometimes you just don't have a way out. It sucks, but it's true. Okay, second question is, which mother do you think is the most mentally unstable out of all the films that you're choosing today? That is, to me, I'm agreeing with the bipartisan on this one. That was going to be a woman from People Under the Stairs. You have to understand, when it comes to mental instability and you're harboring people in your home like this, you've got to be mentally unstable because you don't know what's going to happen. There was a lot of things in this film that's making you think whether or not you're off your rocker or if you're trying to do what's the right thing. And I think that woman was really trying to do the right thing for the wrong people. No matter how fucked up they were, she truly was trying to harbor people. Even if they were fucked up looking and just strange. To her, those people were normal. So woman is the answer for number 2. Number 3, which mother in film had the most effect on you as being the most disturbing? Was she truly a mother? Was she a monster on the inside? Was she a monster just trying to be a parent? Which one left the most lasting impression on you? The one that was the most disturbing to you? Miss White, played by Piper Laurie. Let me just explain this to you folks, that I watched this film again when I was about 7 years old with my mother. And I have to say that Piper Laurie blew this out of the water. I literally thought for the longest time that she was a legit person in real life, and she scared the absolute crap out of me. I mean, yes, I am what I believe is to be a religious person, but I would never press it on the way that she did. And she was so brutal to carry. I mean, just the way that she was coming at her about things, forcing her to do things, and just the evil look. I mean, almost like she was speaking in another language. She was so violent, but she was being passionate about her daughter. And it was all for the wrong reasons. Almost made you wonder if she was psychotically bad or under some type of possessional spell. But I've seen Piper Laurie in other films, and she was amazing, so she really did well. So I'm going to go with Miss White, played by Piper Laurie, for number 3. Number 4, what was one of the mothers that experienced some of the tragic side of the horror community films? Maybe something that Maybe she was a good mother but experienced the tragic side, unintentionally, intentionally, wrong, right, or differ. I just recently watched this film. If you've not seen it, you gotta go check it out. This is Prodigy. Prodigy. And essentially the son is being taken, his body's being taken over. And basically the plot of the film is he's being reincarnated by a very, very bad person. And the son starts to do some really crazy shit. And the mother just keeps believing, no, he's okay, he's just going through stuff. But really his body's being taken over by a human that had died long ago. And the character in this film's name is Sarah Bloom. And many of you know her from, well, her actual character in this film is Sarah Bloom, but I just have to tell you that with this particular film, it blew me away. Absolutely blew me away. Taylor Schilling is who played Sarah Bloom. Many of you know her from the Orange is the New Black series. She was just unbelievable. She was so supportive of her son, just was not ready to accept the fact that he was being reincarnated or possessed. And I'm not going to spoil it for you guys, so I'm going to give it about a 10-second run off here. You can skip along if you don't want to know the ending to this. So essentially, towards the end of the film, she ends up dying, but it was kind of like an accidental death, if you will. Those of you that seen this film would know how she died and why. It was just so disturbing, but so good at the same time. This film, to me, is brilliant. I could not get over it. Yes, I may have spoiled it for some of you. If I did, you still got to check it out. And that is Mrs. Bloom from the movie The Prodigy. You will go to no lengths to save your kid. This is one of the good ones, too. One of the good ones. One of the good moms. Fifth question, who is one of the most goriest moms you've ever seen in a movie? This would be the Devil's Rejects. Not so much because of the blood and the gore specifically, just because of how nasty she could get at times. You know, also in the jail scene, I don't know if she threw up or if she had an accident, but when they go back there to address her, it just looks disgusting, and she's very, like, nasty and wants to kill, and just maybe not the goriest, but just the nastiest in my opinion. So I'm gonna go with Mama Firefly for number 5. You know, she just she would speak in Tonga most of the times, and I don't know, I could have gone with the mom from Dead Alive, but that's what everybody else was doing. I just wanted to be a little bit different. I went with the nasty side. She's just real gross and just disgusting, and that would be Mama Firefly for number 5. Finally, number 6, which one of the moms in the films had the most paternal instinct, and that was the most paternal to her son, would do anything to protect her son or her daughter, or either? That would be Pamela Voorhees. Her son would get picked on constantly. He was deformed. She would do anything to protect her baby boy. Pamela Voorhees was amazing. Yes, she was a little messed up in the head, but she protected that boy. Maybe it was for the wrong reasons, but she did it. So number 6, the most paternal mother of all, Pamela Voorhees. Folks, go check out Kweeny. Todd, do this challenge, please. It's a tag video. Go help her out. Go support her. She's awesome. And as a disclaimer, if anybody or yourself are threatening or thinking of suicide or taking your life, please get help. Contact me, contact anybody, contact a friend. You are worth it. Remember, life is about the journey, folks. Go check out Kweeny. Todd. Do this tag, The Dark Mothers of Horror. Catch up with you later. Pamela Voorhees, number 6. Peace.
They did the mash.
They did the monster
The
mash.
monster mash.
It was a graveyard
They
smash.
did the mash.
It caught on in a flash.
They did the mash.
He did the monster mash.